In recent times, there's been a lot of addiction to social media. And I mean, our screen time is beyond God's imagination. People literally have a screen time above 24 hours. It's crazy. But what if I told you guys today that that isn't the biggest problem with the human race? As much as a problem as it already is, and this is not me shitting on people who have made videos about TikTok attention spans, people, the use of phones. It's not. Because, I mean, while this is a problem, this is definitely not the biggest. And, I mean, like, it's a problem where it's like, if everyone stopped doing it, nothing would change. I mean, like, well, you would be happier. People would be much happier. But, I mean, like, then what? But they wouldn't be much happier as in they've completely transformed. But it's just like one step to an even greater solution. And so I believe that the biggest problem right now, not right now, but has always been straight up the biggest problem, is mind over man. Mind to mankind, as Alan Watts would say. And I mean, we have been going through these crazy processes of life, you know, accomplishing all these crazy feats, doing all these crazy things. But a lot of us don't even know, like, what's really going on and what's, like, you know, really happening under the surface. And it's crazy because we are a direct experiencer of what's happening under the surface, and yet we don't even know what's happening under the surface, right? It's like that one story where it's like, where would I put God? Where would I make man find God? And where would I put him in the universe? They would say, put God in your heart. That way they will never find it. Because it's like they're searching the depths of the universe, going here, going there, going outside, right? But they never know what's within. What did they say? What did Carl Jung say? He said, to go outside is, I forgot the quote, but I'll definitely put it up on the screen. And so I feel like with the human race, we really need to transform our consciousness. I think that Gen Z is here to transform the consciousness of the human race because as we are in the age of information, we are figuring out everything in life, right? We have AI, which is just rampantly boosting the speed of how much information can be solved, like how fast a question can be solved like this because of all the information that's on the internet, right? ChatGPT just takes the most credible answer and then gives it to you within like a couple of seconds. So, like, again, we know things now. And it's crazy because all this information that we have, and yet niggas are still dumb as fuck. That's crazy. But even without the information and all that, right? It's not about the information. Now, we already know the information, right? If you tell us the information a million times, we learn it. I feel like that's just still not enough, right? Every single generation, something big happens. And I think that with this big thing that's happening, I feel like Gen Z really needs to transform the human consciousness. Like, we really need to see life from an entirely different perspective. We are going to see life through a whole different way. And it's going to get so crazy. Like, I really feel like we are going to start becoming the gods of the human race. Like, what mankind dreamed of is what we are going to become. Because, I mean, if you look back like 1,000 years ago, like, or even, okay, let me use a different talking point. If we go back like 40 years ago into the past, there were no cell phones. There was no social media. If we all turn off our phones, no social media, no phones, guess what? We are literally just going back into the past. Nothing else. Nothing will change. Absolutely nothing is going to change. People are just going to be happy, a little happier, hang out with their friends more, hang around their family, And while that is absolutely 10 out of 10 amazing, it's just not a problem. That is just not the problem, because even back in the 80s, we still had the problem of our consciousness. This was the biggest problem yet. And you can say all you want, oh yeah, I'm not dealing with that problem. Oh yeah. And you can shun yourself away from it. But I mean, bro, as long as time is always going, bro, you gon' feel something. You know what I'm saying? You gon' feel something. So I really feel like, and with how fast time has been moving, not like, my fault. The accomplishments to the correlation of time. So how much we've been accomplishing, like, bro, in the last 50 years, we have accomplished more than what we've accomplished in like the last like thousands of years. The compound is crazy. So you could imagine the compound interest 20 years later from now. It would be insane. It would be completely insane. We would be so much more different. Things would be so much more advanced. And I feel like our consciousness, our brain, it needs to adapt to these new stimuluses in the future. Because, bro, we're going to have something that's going to crash our dopamine receptors even more in the future. That's going to be way worse than phones, way worse than TikTok, right? I mean, back in the 80s, niggas were addicted to drugs. Niggas are still addicted to drugs. But, I mean, I feel like the addiction to, cocaine, all that, party culture, that shit has gone down with Gen Z, right? And it's going to get lower with Gen Alpha because, I mean, these newer generations, bro, they're starting to wake up. Now, niggas are a little dumb, right, scrolling through their phone, but after a while, scrolling is just going to become the new norm, right? It kind of already is, but it's going to become a normal to the point where it's like, all right, I want to turn off my phone and see something, right? So then they're going to turn off their phone, they're going to see something, right? That's when they start growing up. They're going to realize, bro, we finna be in college and shit. We finna be seeing shit. And it's like, gang, they're going to realize they got to make money. And then they're going to realize, man, there's a lot of just some dumb shit going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because now this new generation, they get to think. Back then, we didn't get to fucking think. It was a whooping or you did what we said and you was happy. But nowadays, this generation, we get to think. So niggas get to use their brains now, right? I mean, no nigga is going to sit here and just not use their brain, not use the technology they're given. I mean, they could do that, but there's just a level of embarrassment to that shit. So I really feel like, bro, with us, a greater thing is coming, man. With our consciousness, I feel like we are really gonna transform this thing. Times, it'll just be so much times when we're on the grind, right? You'd be on the grind on Gen Z, bro. And it's like, bro, you would feel so empty, bro. And it's like, no matter what, bro, nothing could take you out that emptiness, bro. You could feel so empty, like nothing is filling you up, nothing, right? Like, bro, these are the things that we're gonna figure out, bro. The emptiness, right? The void, why things are such. I really feel like these questions is gonna be answered with us, right? I feel like it, cause it's just one of those things, like, bro, like every single generation something crazy happens, right? And back in the 20s, Einstein figured out general relativity. I feel like with us, we're gonna figure out something so crazy. It may not, like, the advancement of science, it hasn't changed all that much in the last few years. Just a few updates, right? We already kind of figured out most of the shits, right? We already know the cures to a lot of diseases. It's like physically we are right, but it's like our brains have stayed the same. In science, it said that our brain is barely any percent different, like 3% different from the past 1,000 years. So bro, we've been experiencing the same emotions, the same types of people, the same types of this. Like, I really feel like this shit is just gonna fucking transform, and just really break free, in so many religions. I get, religion can be a little fake and all, but so many religions, bro, it's always prophecy. Always a prophecy where a nigga wakes up and just, right, and the world just becomes so much more different. I really feel like we are a part of that generation, bro. I do. Because time is just moving by so fast. And I'm not talking about actual time. I'm talking about our accomplishments correlated to time, right? That shit is moving fast. Gang, we have been just accomplishing so much shit. Now, at the end of the day, life is still low-key life, but I feel like Gen Z has a big purpose, man. We do. We do, bro. Like, cause like we all just feel so purposeless. No generation really had to feel that. I mean, yes, the other generations physically suffered a lot more than us, but like now we are suffering solely from our mind. Like literally, like I would say, like what 70%, like 60% of our suffering, I'd say, came from our mind. Just our mind. Just from our minds. It's not even real. It's not even actually physically real. That's insane. You're not dealing with no more physical problems. You're dealing with problems up here. I feel like we're genuinely going to transform this, bro. I feel like this generation is really going to transform this to a whole new level. We are. And yeah, man, if y'all got any comments, bro, let me know. But I feel like this is Gen Z's ultimate purpose. I might remake this vid, but yeah, we'll see.